Hello. Hey Agnolia, hey October, hey Star, hey Vertin, hey Sarah, hey Janetta, hey Koi, hey Nightmare, hey Cara. Oh yeah. Let me turn on my heaty pad for my coffee so it doesn't get cold. Excited to see the progress. I did work on it a little bit off stream. Not too much. I did a couple of in-betweens. It's all in-betweened up till about halfway. I have this frame left. This 2, 3, 4. 4 more frames to line. Oh, sorry, Yuna. Hello, Yuna. Didn't see you in there. I'm getting a kitten soon. Aww. Is it your first kitten? Yeah, not that many. Hopefully I can finish lining it all today. It's your second or third? Okay. Well, congratulations for getting another kitten. Hold on one second. I need to change my keyboard shortcuts. I want my animation... Instead of going like 1 frame each, I want to do keyframes, yeah. Previous keyframe. And then next keyframe. It just leads to less clicking. So now it'll, it should... Wait, hold on. Why doesn't that want to work? Did I might not have pressed, I might have not pressed OK. No, I didn't. Okay. Previous keyframe. Next keyframe. Press OK. Okay, are you gonna work now? Please? Give me a second. Next keyframe. It should be right. But it's not working. Whatever. We'll just keep it on that then. Storm or Stormy. For the Great Tabby. I always name my animals after food. I don't know why, it's just how it ended up. The majority of my animals growing up were, well, when I had hamsters, I named them after Hamtaro characters. first Comic Con this last Saturday. Oh, I'm glad you had fun. Cons are really fun. There's always so much to do there. Saw a kid dressed as Hollyleaf. Aww. I've never been to a Comic-Con. Personally. I just haven't had the chance. I've tried to get into them, but some of them are a lot harder to get into, even as like an attendee. I tried to go to San Diego Comic-Con one year. To no avail. Let me actually put the eyebrow in there too. Okay, let's actually... make that more even. And then make the nose a little bigger. I really want to get that shortcut key. Enable keyframes. Can I reset? No, don't reset. Why doesn't it want to do the keyframes? Is it because I don't have them specified as keyframes? Maybe I don't. When I'm working on my laptop, when it does the like go to next frame, go to previous frame, it just goes to the very beginning. I'm gonna have to look to see what I have it specified as on there. I might actually have to move frames. Yeah, I don't have that, so maybe I have it. I need like a setting checkmarked that I don't have checkmarked on here. Playback setting. Keyframes are for tweening. Yeah, so what I'm struggling with is, I know you guys can't tell, but when I have to go like this, I guess you can. Do you see how this is just moving once? That's every time I press the, I have it set to comma and period, because that's what it is in Animate, and that's where my muscle memory is. But when I'm on my MacBook, when I press the minus button, it just skips all the way to this frame right here. So it's very helpful when I'm just trying to like kind of follow what's like, try to get this correct instead of having to go all the way over to it. And I'm not exactly sure why I can't find that same option on the Windows version. Thanks, Joy. This part is definitely like the one that's the most animation complex. The other shots are, well, the next one is just her profile view, and then the one afterward is just gonna have some like hair blowing in the wind type of thing, and maybe like a little bit of a expression intensifying, but it's not gonna be like as overly complex. Okay, her muzzle needs to be a little bit bigger. Oh, and I messed up. I reset all my shortcuts. Hold on, let me change my shortcut for my crayon tool to BV again. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna look up something really quick. I'm gonna see if I can get that. Clip Studio Paint. Next frame, go to new frame. Let's see. Okay, open the shortcut settings. Change setting area. I would like to assign those to a shortcut. Open the shortcut key settings. Change setting area. To main menu. Go to previous frame, next frame, in... Wait, hold on. No, this is on iPad. Select next cell, previous cell. Okay. Oh, yes. Thank you. That's what I wanted. Thank you. The MVP neon, definitely. Okay. That's gonna help a lot. Perfect. Thank you, neon. Really appreciate that one. Won't be very talkative. Working on animated icons. Ooh. That's really cool. For Art Fight? Are animations something that people do on Art Fight? Yeah, I want to just be able to flip between those really quick. And then that's just going to be a straight tween. And then this one, she's just going to move her head over. Drawing a Firestar no clipping into the background. It's kind of what Morning Kid did. Excited to hear what the teams are. When is that? That's like next week, right? Our fight has also started doing official maps for the event. Are they reheating our nachos? How come every single fandom just wants to reheat the Warrior Cats fandom's nachos, you guys? We're just that cool. Okay, and so she's coming like this way. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. We've always had, there's always been other fandoms that's tried to do the maps. I mean, the reanimated stuff is... fairly popular nowadays. Reanimated videos are just maps that are too ashamed to call themselves. I feel like the reanimateds are a little bit different. When I see like a map call, I'm kind of expecting not to... For reanimated, you already have the scene and everything. You're just kind of like putting it into your own style. It is definitely a different genre. I'd say. I think I'm gonna pull down the ear a little bit. Kind of match it a little bit more. There's one in between these two frames, but it's like a straight no nonsense in between. So I want to make sure that these two frames look okay. The hair I want to kind of like settle after the rest of it, but the hair is bigger right there. Her head is bigger though. She's kind of like... She's kind of pulling it forward though, so I think it'll still work. I think I want this to be Hey, Kalubla. Saw a Ginja map. There's always been other ones. They're just not as common, I'd say. A lot of the times, we would host like multi-fandom maps because we knew that there wasn't a lot. I feel like in general, Warrior Cats is a pretty, there's not that many fandoms that cross over a lot into it. I'd say like maybe Wings of Fire has the most crossover of like people who like both. So when we did like multi-fandom maps and stuff, it was kind of like you could pick whatever fandom you wanted as long as it wasn't Warrior Cats. Because the whole point was like, it wasn't a Warrior Cat map, but it was members of the community. They were more for fun. They were usually kind of like they were usually like 24-hour maps, or 48, and you would just do whatever you could in that amount of time with your friends and post. Man, my throat is scratchy today. I don't know why. You wanted... Oh yeah, I'm in the Beffalumps Print Club. I've been in it since the beginning. I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I probably should have gotten mine too. I mean, Beffalumps lives in the same state as me, so I get the rewards like super quick. Not the same city, but it doesn't have to go too far. I feel like the My Little Pony one, when it was at its heyday, people would just make custom animations, like episodes. Okay. Oh shoot. I forgot that I reset all of my stupid shortcuts because I'm a dum-dum. I want to change my onion skin. My onion skin settings to F1, please. Thank you. Epic the Musical. Okay, I'm not a music head. I'm not a musical head or whatever. So, the Epic... How do I begin this? There are two musicals that are based around Greek mythology, right? There's the one that's Holly and the Sea, and like, The Exit. But then there's Epic, right? Epic is also based off of Greek mythology. Hades. Okay. Holly and the Sea is an original story. Okay. Yeah, I am not a music head. I have gone to Broadway twice, but both of the plays I saw weren't like, they're not really heavily talked about. They were both good, but like the people don't talk about them online. Usually when I go to Broadway, it's just whatever my sister picks because she's the one that like goes more often. Well, she used to live in New York City, so she was the one that knew musicals. A Gahul map? You should try it. Why not? I feel like I'd be nervous to animate owls. Okay, let me add the other in between. Okay, so all the frames should be in here, so let's see. I feel like she is definitely, her eyes are getting further apart towards the end. I might be able to fix it. I might be able to bring these closer together. There's still time. You're good at volume? Me? Rocky saved my family from a burning building. And guys, I don't know about you guys, but the world is gonna be, I'm gonna wake up and the world is gonna completely change tomorrow. Do you guys know why? Because Bitter Medicine is coming out. So like prepare yourselves, we're about to enter a new age and the world will never be the same. Just FYI. Oh yeah, I haven't seen anything about the other one, so I'm excited for the other one too because I know nothing about it. So I feel like it's like I'm going into another movie theater and I'm like, I bought tickets for Better Medicine and I'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna watch this other one and it'll probably be peak 2 and then I'll be like, man, 2 cakes. Yeah, her fuzzies are kind of moving all over the place, but I don't think it's... We'll see. It's kind of hard because her body is moving, so these fuzzies would be kind of everywhere, but there's this part right here. This is what's catching me right here. I think I can redo this frame. make it a little bit more. Yeah, nothing's really catching anymore. I mean, there are obviously things that could be caught, but like, it's for fun. I get to the point where I could do infinite amount of like, I think my problem is when I'm doing cleanup like this, it hurts. This is the part that hurts my wrist. So I'm trying to not hurt my wrist. And it is just a map. At the end of the day, it's all for fun. I am never planning on being a professional animator, so I don't need to worry about putting this in my reel. I just need to make me feel like, yeah. That's passable. Well, I will put it in my reel, but I don't really plan on putting that reel anywhere out into the ether. I just animate for funsies. Okay. Let's get the rest of the markings in. I line the markings with the darkest line art color. Because then when I put it into After Effects, I'll just like put everything on multiply and I don't know. We'll see. Guys, let me finish cleaning up this, and then I'm gonna do a shameless self-promo. Are you guys ready for my shameless self-promo? I don't know if you guys are ready. Finish the different map parts so I can... Oh my gosh, people have been doing whips in the little Discord, and everyone's kind of killing it, and everyone's having fun, and it's really awesome, and it makes me want to host... I keep on thinking about when I want to host the Frostfall map. I gotta do the enamel pins, but I think... I need to set myself a hard deadline, otherwise it's just going to keep getting pushed back onto the back burner. So I need to sit down and genuinely think about a hard deadline for pre-production of the Frostfall map. Which means like finalizing the script, doing a couple beat moments / color keys, because that's my favorite part of doing pre-production. I might board like a couple parts. I'll probably board at least one part that I would have taken. I don't know. I might still take it. It's a lip sync part though, and I really don't want to lip sync. I know I'm not the best at it. It's wiggling around right there a lot. But it's also coming up. So, let's see. It's pulling up. I can at least do like the color keys and the beat moments on stream. Motivate me to do a curl feather map. Do it! I personally am, I'm more interested in maps that are focused on... Personally, I've just animated a lot of like really popular Warrior Cat scenes at this point. I've been around for like 10 years, so I'm more interested in exploring ideas on scenes that I have never done before, or more of like a symbolic exploration of them. However, I say that, but there are certain scenes that I haven't actually animated at all before. I have never animated Maple Shade. I've actually managed in my... Well, Maple Shade really was only super popular starting around probably like 2015. But in the 10 years that I've been doing maps, I have managed to never join a single Maple Shade map. Is that not crazy? I feel like that's pretty crazy. Yeah. No Maple Shade ever for me. I think it's mainly because Maple Shade doesn't really appeal to me much, because most of her character development's based around like jilted lovers, and I'm just like, whatever, man, I don't care that much. That's probably why. Dang, I really don't care. I keep getting assigned Ash for parts. I've done the Ash for Fire scene quite a bit, actually. Which, I guess that doesn't make much sense, because that scene's also about jilted lovers. I did it in Roxanne. I helped with it in Wolf. I helped with it in... Little Fang. I did it once in a personal project that I don't think I ever finished. Mostly because it was, like, it had the fire scene in it. I decided that the world didn't need another Ash for Squirrel Flight, even if it had, like, more of a symbolic look into it. I was like... Do I remember Heavy Step? How could I forget Heavy Step? The Immortal. Yeah, so I just like animating and like focusing on scenes that I personally have never animated before, but I do understand that I am kind of a Spider's George in that I've been here for a very long time, and I have animated a lot of the really popular scenes. So usually when I join maps like this Leafpool one that has a lot of popular scenes in it, I kind of just join taking a part that's least popular. Like this is a scene from Squirrel Flight's Hope, which I have not animated before, so I wanted to animate it. Unless it's Dawn of the Clans. I'll animate the first battle like 50 times. Themes as in like narrative or visual? Both. I like Bitter Medicine because I do like exploring an idea that is very familiar to the fandom in like more of a symbolic way. I've always liked that idea of, yes, I have literally seen the fire scene, or Hollyleaf at the Gathering yelling scene, or Broken Star getting murked by Yellowfang. I have seen that over and over, and I appreciate projects and shots that kind of take that into account. Of like, we're not going to treat you like you don't know what's happening. I do think that those are a breath of fresh air. I don't think that joining maps for older arcs is not something that I wouldn't do. It's more like I guess what appeals to me is when I do appreciate when I know who the hoster is and I know that they can be trusted to host. That is a very important aspect of it. Not really, because honestly the last couple of maps I've either joined because they're my friends, or sometimes I'll just see one part in the map that I really like and then decide to join. That's how I did it with the Sailor. There was somebody that posted a map part and I was like, oh, that's really fun. I'm gonna join it. It is nice to know that the hoster has has completed parts on their channel and that they're not hosting like a bunch at a time. I am kind of turned away when I see that a host is hosting multiple projects, because personally I feel like the quality of each project starts to kind of suffer. But that could just be me projecting my lack of ability to host multiple ones at a time. A lot of people don't consider Dawn of the Clans to be a newer arc anymore. It's kind of on its own. I mean, it's got the prequel syndrome where it doesn't really belong in the newer arcs, but it doesn't really belong in the older arcs. I don't really join maps based on like the artwork in the call. I would join for like scripts or just concepts, and if I like the song and if I think the song is actually a good fit. I join if my friend's involved because I want my friends to succeed. It appears to me you have to purposely neglect one project to focus on another. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I don't know how people are able to do it. I personally feel like it kind of gives off the impression that you're not... To me, when I've been in projects where somebody has hosted multiple things, I get the impression that you're not You're not going 100 on the part like I would be, you know? I don't know. When I host a map, I try to be like the most available person to help out whenever. Because I also don't want to be hosting the map for 2 years straight, you know? I think I hosted multiple maps once. Because I do believe that I hosted Sweet Devil at the same time that, like, maybe Blame was going on. But Sweet Devil was specifically a 48-hour, like, weekend map, when that actually meant something. Nowadays, weekend maps, I don't think they mean the same thing they used to. Like, they used to be very literal in that we would all animate for a whole weekend together, and then it would be finished. And they were usually, like, low, like, they were, like, line art or silhouette or sketch. Did I use a perspective grid? Yeah, sort of. The rust for this part, here, I'll show you what they look like. Where did that go? I'll just show you the boards. You could stop at 5 or 6 stores when you could only stop at 1. So there was a perspective grid. Sort of. Yeah, there's still parts open here. Oh, sorry. I usually pin the map call, and I forgot. Yep, there's still parts open. Let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it looks like 6 parts. Still open. It's more of an old school map. There's just boards and designs. There's not really any, like, well, there's just a script and designs. So there's not really like a color key or anything. Just for funs. It's hosted by my friend. Does anyone know how to make a chain armor animation friendly? You could, I mean, you could do the thing where you just overlay a picture of chains in, like, After Effects and make it into, like, a pattern like they do in Chowder. The torturous line art stage. Indeed. Indeed. Wait, Scratch? Like, is that a... I heard that they host maps on TikTok. Is that true? I don't know what Scratch is. I don't think you should be nervous to join maps, though. You might as well, like, if you're interested, you might as well put your hat in the ring. They shouldn't be scary to join. The whole point of a map is to, like, make friends, create projects, complete projects that you probably couldn't have done on your own. Be, like, excited when the whole thing comes out and be, like, happy. I don't know. Maps are supposed to be fun. Might as well, like... I don't feel nervous. As your local TikTok dweller, I've never heard of a map hosted on TikTok. Somebody lied to me then. Somebody was yanking my chain. Maybe that was on April Fool's Day. Is there a minimum amount of experience you think someone should have before joining a map? Personally, I've had many people that I've accepted into my maps that had no prior experience doing parts. I think every hoster is looking for a different thing when they have their parts open. Personally, for me, I look for I'm more interested in you being able to board properly, I think. Mostly because, I mean, I don't do storyboards, right? And for me, you can have as minimal animation as you want as long as your shot compositions are really cool. So I'm personally more interested in you being able to, like, create interesting shots. I do enjoy good color theory. And obviously I do like good animation, but... usually when so, like, for example, for StarClan's Chosen, I had many different parts that I had in mind. And there were certain parts that I would prioritize certain types of, like, artistic abilities over others. So there were ones where I thought would be perfectly fine as illustrations or, like, really cool things. So I had a couple people, I mean, I don't know. I think everyone's a little different. But I wouldn't necessarily say that if you have really great animations, I suddenly let you join. Honestly, I kind of hate that a lot of map parts nowadays are all boarded already, and they don't really specify that. When you send me your map part and you don't specify that it hasn't been boarded, that's when I'm kind of like it hasn't been boarded for you. I'm like, oh, I wish you would have specified that. So when I see like a lot of map parts on somebody's channel, now I have to go to the host, or I have to go to like the call and see if it was actually boarded. Because I care so much about somebody being able to board their own part, that if all of their parts on their channel could be like beautifully animated but have like all been boarded for them, I'm like, I don't know. It's like a turnoff. Hey. Honestly, I really appreciate when people have personal projects on their application, like PMVs that they did, or like mini AMVs, or like practice animations. A lot of the time I let people in my maps just with like practice animations that they've done. I had somebody, I don't know, just depends. There's only one part I have a specific vision for. Yeah. I mean, that's how it was in the olden days. The part that you had the vision for is the part that you took as the hoster. And then you hoped that the other people that you let into the map were able to, like, there was a part that would speak to them. Yeah, I'm planning on hosting a map this year. Don't rush me. Star Clan Chosen took me 2 years to pre-produce, by the way. Yeah, her hair needs to get smaller. My favorite part about being a member of this community is I get to see everyone improve and become friends with people. I like when we all lift each other up. Good vibes only. Aw, thanks, eh? I'm hoping to finish coloring this today. We'll see if we'll do the layout. You built your first PC? Ooh, that's always fun. I built this PC. It was very fun. It kind of... Let's see. This over here. It's a little lumpy over there, but I don't know. I don't feel like fixing it. Will be a heavy step AU. Wait, hold on. Go on. That's fun. Okay, that's the other leaf. So it kind of comes down. I think he dies twice. I mean, I think doesn't like Rippletail and Beetle Whisker also have like appearance errors? I had a question. Could we do a duo? I used to. The only reason I don't anymore is because it kind of... Are you able to message me anywhere else? Like email or Tumblr or Twitter? Because we can talk about it. Okay. Yeah, can you message me on Twitter? Okay. I don't really think I have that much. My advice as an like animation advice is I'm not very confident in it. I guess like if you're working on any sort of like moving picture, I think that a lot of people in the community, I'm not thinking about anyone in particular, but I'm thinking of like even myself when I was younger would have benefited from learning a little bit more about like interesting like camera shots and like composition and stuff like that. I have a couple of storyboarding books that helped, but I do think a lot of people focus a little bit too much on like animating something smooth when I feel like they should be focusing on, I mean, your animation can look super smooth, but if your shot is just like a boring shot, I don't know. So I would look up like first get a good idea of like how to make an interesting shot and then worry about animating it, because honestly I feel like if you have an interesting shot you don't need to animate it like that well to keep my attention at least. I'm like someone that doesn't really I wouldn't say that I'm immune to eye candy, but it matters a lot to me, like, to have cool shots and a cool story and stuff like that, and so it matters a lot more to me than, like, the art style and the colors and stuff like that. Yeah, our eyes are kind of struggling a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna be too noticeable because she kind of like smacks her head down here, so I think I might be able to move this one over a little bit though. The brain fills in so much with animation in general. I mean, there's definitely people in the community that like and are way better at animating than me. Personally, I don't do much more than the bare minimum, I feel like. Animating wise, like I don't use a lot of keyframes. I just use as many as I think until it looks fine. I don't worry too much about little details looking off, I guess, as long as the main thing looks fine. I don't do a lot of like follow through on the hair or the tufts. There are some people out here in the community that are just crazy. I don't use the camera in Clip Studio. I'll do all my camera work in After Effects. The comp part. I'm a little nervous, but I am also excited. I feel like I'm gonna have less of a stressful amount of time. Honestly, I like comping more than I like animating, so if I had to pick between the two, I feel like I could definitely... man, it's just like After Effects, but I feel like After Effects... it's like a Tetris puzzle where it's kind of annoying to solve, but once you solve it, you feel so good. You're like, oh man. I do quite like using it. Hey, Amber. I think I'm going to try to move her this eye over just a little bit. Okay. What FPS? I'm on 24 FPS, but I'm only animating like every 3 and 4 on 3s and 4s. Except for right here, there's one frame that's on 2s. But the majority of it's on 3s and 4s. Your 4 clan posters from you? Yay! I'm glad you like them. I also have them displayed in my room. They look really nice. If I don't mind to toot my own horn. Okay, this one is just a straight up in between. Except for right here. Thank you for buying. I really appreciate it. I need to put the quarry camp up there. I don't think the quarry camp or the Super Edition poster is on my store. Oh, I'm sorry, Kira. You are supporting a small artist when you buy, if that makes any difference. I print every single... I don't print them myself. I get them printed by a small print shop that my friend works at, and then I ship them all myself, and I sign every single one of them. Do I have a favorite? I am pretty partial to the ThunderClan Forest Camp picture, and the Four Trees picture are probably my personal favorites on the website right now. The SkyClan Gorge, though, in the 2x3 poster, like, it's pretty good. I have that one on my wall. I like it at the really big size. Okay. Who was Heavy Steps' mentor? I think it's Stonefur, isn't it? No? Or Stonefur's first apprentice, like Shade Pelt. Stonefur had an apprentice before Stormpaw. Long-time follower, thank you. Good luck on your projects, and enjoy the lurk. I think a lot of people have problems with Crooked Star's jaw. I don't think that there is one right way to draw it. And, it's kind of like Brightheart for me, where I feel kind of sad looking up cats with, twisted jaws. It kind of just makes me sad. I feel a little weird looking that up to get like a proper reference. Because usually the references of cats with that are not, like, they didn't come to it. I don't know. I also thought it was Stonefur. So is it actually Blackclaw? Is he in the allegiances for Mentor is Blackclaw. Okay, okay, yeah, you guys, you're right. I didn't know that Blackclaw was in the allegiances for the first arc. Yeah, I guess he is. Stonefur is Shadepaw. Okay, I knew that he was somebody's mentor in the first arc. Both of them are like the nature of how their injuries heal is a little fictional too. Yeah. I also have a hard time, although for me it's a little less with Deadfoot. I had a hard time drawing his injury. Well, it's not an injury, it's just a mutation. But there are a decent amount of reference images for cats that have the like twisted paw. It's not, it doesn't make me as sad. Because it's just like a birth thing. I think the thing with Deadfoot is that I have a hard time visualizing it in movement and or like in a turnaround like sort of way. Like I can draw it at one specific angle, but any other angle and I'm like, oh, a little bit struggling. Because the point of like Deadfoot and like Oddfoot and a lot of cats that have the twisted paw is that it does look a little off. And so you're like fighting with, oh, this feels off in a sense of, does it feel too off versus does it feel just off enough or something like that. Firelight I don't have issues with, really. Visualizing hers. There's plenty of videos nowadays of cats with a paralyzed like kitten lady, I think, had a cat with it. So there's plenty of reference images for Briarlight for me personally. Animating Deadfoot, I'd end up reffing three-legged cats. Yeah. Something like that. Well, the other thing is for Cinderpelt, too. Like, trying to ref Cinderpelt's leg, or like a walk cycle for her, where at most cats that have Cinderpaw's injuries, that have videos of them online, have had the leg amputated. And so it's really hard to find reference images for her walking as well. Yeah, Snowbird got a twisted paw in the Broken Code, I think. She falls from, I think she gets it from the same tree that, or does Stonewing get his? It's like the same scene that Anfer gets the concussion. I think that looks fine. Yeah, Stonewing, I thought that Stonewing was injured at the same time Strikestone was injured. And then I thought Snowbird was injured at the same time Ampfer is injured. On a vet rescue channel. I did just find a really good, I think that somebody just found a really good reference for Cinderpelt too. But those vet rescue channels are definitely like the places to find those. Hey, Magic. Via 3D shapes. Yeah, you could like kind of use some clay or something to model the cat if you were feeling up to it. Okay. I think this one would actually go smaller. Almost done, you guys. With the line art. Oh, her diamond disappears really quick. I think it looks fine. Time to color. I did mess around with the body up here off stream. I had to fix it a little bit because it was too static. But I think I've only colored like 3 frames, so yeah. So we'll just erase the color. And redo it. Okay. Nope, wrong layer. Lock this so that I don't accidentally start coloring on it. Do I know about the Warrior Cat series? No. Do tell. Sounds like something I might be interested in. Okay, where is... Wait. Oh, I'm on Gouache Blender, that's why. G-pin, please. Ah, just like my old coloring book days. Is there a difference between Clip Studio Paint and Clip Studio EX? Yes, apparently, because I used to just write Clip Studio, and then somebody asked if I do EX or Pro. So there is apparently a difference, but I've never used anything other than EX. And I'm on, like, version 1. Oh, I forgot to do her markings. On her toesies. EX has more access to animation and comic features. Interesting. Okay, let me do this. I'm just gonna go like this really quick. Full comparison of Pro and EX. What's Pro got? EX costs $200 more? There's no way. I paid like $100 for this. There's no way it costs $200 more. Ocean Paws, we're not talking about the AI official show in here ever. In fact, it is never something that I think is worth talking about. Toon Boom is super expensive. Therefore, I cannot use it. Sad. Actually, I'm gonna do this one first. I'm sure they do sales. Yeah, I know that I got mine on a sale. I think I got it for like maybe $120. I believe it goes on sale for like 50% off a lot, especially in like the summer. Like it's probably going to go on sale fairly soon if I had to take a guess. Moho is, from what I've seen, everyone that uses Moho uses it for more of like a tweening, I think. Yeah. No, not the Warrior Cat animated series. You said specifically Warrior Cats. You didn't mention that it was the animated AI 10-cent garbage. Do not gaslamp me. Between Flash and Toon Boom. Mostly used in rigs. Every like advertisement I see for Moho is like rigging. Which is fine if you're a rigger. Like, I mean, some of the like little advertisements on what you can do with Moho rigs seems like really cool. Yes, it is. Ocean Paws, we're not doing this. I'm not talking about the official animation, so we're not talking about it. It's not going to be worth talking about. I have absolutely no interest in discussing it with people that don't think that using concept art for developing your movie counts as using AI in your movie. Well, AI developed concept art, and that's the end of the story. I genuinely don't think that the majority of you in chat are people I want to have this discussion with. I don't mean that in... It's not a discussion we need to have in here. It's not going to bring the mood up at all. I tried Flip-A-Clip and transferred to Clip Studio for coloring, and that stuff just dropped. Yeah, I've never used Flip-A-Clip, but I'm not sure. Personally, for me, I like using Animate's timeline better when I'm like adjusting framing and stuff. Yeah, I would like that. Thank you, Amber. I genuinely don't think that talking about that topic is going to lead us to have like a fun chat. So we're just not. This is not the place. Okay. Leafpool. I'm trying to think of how many times I've animated Leafpool in particular. I feel like I've only really drawn her a handful of times. Honestly. I did her for Wolf. And she was in Little Fang. I don't know. From Wolf. I think that was the first time that I did backgrounds in Photoshop, and then I imported them into into Adobe Flash because I did everything in Adobe Flash. That's probably why the backgrounds look so chopped, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Little Fang was fun. Hey, Kate. Little Fang was pretty fun for me, yes. I agree. Get our little diamond. Actually, I think that, yeah, she's gonna have her mouth open or her teeth clenched at the end of this. I want to do a zombies rabies OC story. Is there... I feel like the problem with the rabies story is that there's no cure for rabies. I guess there's no cure for zombies either, so that's why it's a perfect zombie story. Continue, continue. Okay. I think that you should just try... I feel like if you're just starting to learn how to animate and stuff, then just do what feels comfortable to you. I don't think that there's any wrong way to, like, start... Or... I mean, okay. A lot of stuff just comes down to style, and I feel like, especially when it comes to things like, should I do my line art like this, or should I do my line art like this? You should just do a MAPart in one of them, and then do one in the other, and then, like, you can figure out which one you liked the best. Or do one animation. Doesn't have to be a MAPart, obviously, but... You know? I did vector for the longest time because that's what my program worked in. And I didn't start doing my line art in bitmap until... Well, basically I didn't like doing them in vector anymore because my program changed so much. Man, Amber is actually modding. Thank you, Amber. You know it's a crazy day in chat when my mods actually have to mod. My patience is thinner than yours today. I mean, honestly, my patience has been pretty thin on the last couple of, like, streams, but I just am also very much focused on the animation, so I just haven't been paying too much attention to chat. So, you're probably paying more attention to chat than I am, so always feel free to flex your muscles a little bit. Nothing. I feel like, well, I've been getting a little bit more viewers than normal lately, and I think it's probably because it's summer vacation, you know. I think a lot of people that usually can't join are able to join. I'm doing a MAPart, which always brings in people. Fair warning that I have probably been answering the same, I would say, like 10 questions for the last 2 streams. So if I do feel short with you, I promise it's just because I have gotten the question a lot. I just forgot I constantly forget about the school. I mean, you guys don't have any, like, nieces and nephews or, like, family vacations that are still planned around, like, the summer? You do not? Alrighty. That answers my question. I also feel like I can tell when and I don't mean this in like a terrible way, but I can tell when the average age of the chatter in chat does decrease by a few years. And I have noticed it in the last couple of streams, which makes me think, yes, it's probably summer vacation. I don't mean any offense to it. I miss Im Young. Im Young! But see, the thing is Im Young was great because Im Young was the only one that did it. But when anyone else does it, I'm like, no, you don't get grandfathered in. Only Im Young got grandfathered in privileges of being able to spam ludicrous requests at me all stream and not get banned. It is only an Im Young thing. It reminds me of a simpler time. I'd watch streams in class like a rebel. Live streaming wasn't really a thing when I was in high school, but I did watch YouTube videos in class. I did watch anime in class too. I specifically remember watching the like anime part 1, part 2, part 3. It was always in 3 parts because the limit was 10 minutes for a YouTube video. I remember watching quite a few of those in class on my little iPod Touch. Ocean Pause, there is no personal offense taken. There was a lack of communication. And don't hold it personal. We told you why you were timed out, and if you continue to do the exact reason why we told you were timed out, you'll be timed out for longer. It's nothing personnel, kid. I guess I'll make that whole front mouth like the tongue. How do I feel about Jay Feather being on the cover for the next book? Oh, yes, we also have to talk about that. So I heard that I heard that the blurb for False Dawn got spoiled or whatever, leaked. I haven't looked at it. I'm going to try not looking at it this time. I don't want to know. But I will say, why is Jay Feather the bus driver all of a sudden? It's a very interesting... Okay, Ocean Pause. You know what? That's fine. Bye-bye. Where was it leaked? I don't know, but at, I don't know. I just know that during Sunday's stream, somebody came in and said, hey, are we able to talk about Warrior Cat leaks? And I said, I'm not sure what just got leaked. And then they told me that the False Dawn synopsis got leaked. I don't know where it is. Saw the leak on Twitter. I assumed it would be on Twitter. Well, the person did say, like, stay off of Warrior Cat Twitter. So it's gotta be there. Bro has no chill. It's okay. I won't take offense to it. This is why one shouldn't be on Twitter. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I'm not gonna see it because I like don't really look on Twitter that much except for my friend stuff and whatever my friends send me. And my friends know that I don't like doing the leaks, so they won't send me the leaks. Yeah, one of my friends was like, what if Jay Feather's dying? And I'm like, they don't have what it takes. They rely on him as a character so much that I feel like they are super scared to lose him and Squirrelflight. I feel like they're going to hold on to those two until the end of time. The full spawn as a title is very interesting. This is also if a weird cat title actually means something about the book. You're not wrong. Considering that the Elder's Quest was named the Elder's Quest and there was no questing and there were no elders. They be really playing that clickbait game with those warrior cat titles. I want Jay Feather to get old and even more angry. I feel like I would be more upset about Lion Blaze dying than Jay Feather because Lion Blaze is so funny. I just like to see him go. I don't know. I can't imagine. I mean, honestly, I'm all for cats dying for the plot. So I'm not like completely against anyone dying, really. As long as it's like for the plot. But Jay Feather is a fan favorite that I really don't think that they are ready to let go of. Like, I do agree with getting rid of pretty much everybody that was born. I agree with getting rid of everyone that was born during the New Prophecy and beyond. Well, New Prophecy and before. I am not opposed to getting rid of Jay Feather. Is that the next oldest cat in the clan is the daughter of current elders? Yeah. Oop. Well, yeah, that's why they don't want Whitetail to be an elder, because both of her parents are still alive. We have had that happen before, though, but I don't think it's ever been, like, an intentional thing. I think it's just unintentionally happened a couple of times. Yeah, sorry, White Wing. My mush mouth. Okay. Play. How does one get MP3 audios for Clip Studio Paint? I don't know, because I don't have the audio in this file. I know that there is a way to put it in there, but I've never lip synced. What lyric does she sing? She goes, I am cuz, I am cuz, I am cuz. The first one, she goes, I am what? And then she goes, I am cuz you trained me, I believe is the next shot. Finally got the head movement right after like an hour. No, feel free to all caps. That is... The head is always the hardest part for me to like nail down because you can't... It has to be good because people are like gonna be looking at it, right? It looks okay. Her hair does get bigger and then smaller, but... It's not going to be looped like this. It's going to be like a 2-second shot, so I think it'll be fine. Because the shot before it is... I can't really show you guys both of them right now. But here's the one before it. Yeah, Squirrel's only in this shot. She's so naked. Leafpool's tail should win an Oscar here. I do like how it's moving. I'm okay with it. And then here's the next shot. She walks towards her. Just started River. Good luck. I hope you enjoy A Starless Clan. The FPS is at 24. But this shot is specifically, I think, on mostly 3s. And then, well, both of them are on 3s. I mainly animate on 3s. Which means, if you, so you divide 24 by 3, and so it's on mostly 8 FPS. You have older squirrels' cheek dots inverse? It's not intentional. I promise it's not intentional. No, it's 8 FPS if you're on 3s, but you animate on 24 FPS, so you can kind of because like these first two are on 4s, which means that they hold for 4 frames, so they're on like 6 FPS. So that means that these first 4 frames. Alright, hold on. Anyway, these ones hold for 4, and then this goes on 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Her paws squishing. Yeah. Two seconds in a Nifty animation. 2s. Oh, 2s in a Nifty. I know, but I couldn't get this to look any better way. It's because she like flicks her head right here. So if I didn't do... At first I had this as 3s, but then I had to flick it over, and it didn't work right. So I had to add that stupid frame. Do you say strong poses are more important than smooth animation? I mean, I think so. Hold on. Okay. Most parts of animation productions are more important to the overall experience than smooth animation. I think so, but I'm also not an animator, so obviously I don't know. This is my least favorite part, is like actually doing the animation. Like, yeah, I guess it's like satisfying when I'm done, but like, ugh. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys watch this part for a little bit while I go take a BRB break and get some water because I'm out of coffee and I don't have any more made. And I will be back. Yeah. So I'm gonna let this play and I'll be back. I return. Okay. So. Before I start, I'm actually going to do a little bit of a shameless promo plug for my campaign. We're plugging. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am planning on doing a backer kit campaign for some enamel pin designs. It's going to be happening on July 1st. If you pledge early, there's going to be some free, I think there's a free print, and I'm planning on doing something else that's like early backer, like a 48-hour bonus. The campaign is based on litter mates, so like sibling pairings. But I am also collabing with one of my good buddies, Toon. She's a mod here, and we are doing dual campaigns in July. So if you back both of our campaigns, you get free pins from either of us. You get these gremlin pins, a gremlin, dove, and ivy, and you get these cutie squirrel and leaves from Toon. Toon's doing a stuffed animal campaign for stuffed animals. They're really cute. They're all based off of like this type of material. If you go to her Twitter, you can see like actual you can see actual the prototypes that are like actually made. But it'll be really fun. It's Warrior Cat month in July. So back both of us, please. So if you pledge, it's free if you pledge, and you just get notified when the launch happens. So yeah. No, it's the same one. It's the same one. This is the same one that's been advertised for a couple months. I had pushed it back so that I could collab with my buddy, so that we could do a cool collab together. But yes, that's my shameless plug. Thank you for listening to my shameless plug. It is time to draw cats again. So, is this the time? There is a tiger heart pin that is one of the backer. It's one of the stretch goals, so it's not, you're gonna have to, you know, tell your buddies to pledge and tell your buddies' buddies. But yes, I think that there'll be a stretch goal unlock with Shadow, Pounce, and Light. I think they'll be together. Okay, so the Bramblehawk pin is an option. There are more designs. I will be showing more of the designs when we're getting closer to launch, but they are all based off of siblings. Some of them are adopted siblings, some of them are half siblings. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to figure out. I think I want to get the layout finished for shot 2. So I'm gonna have to draw the grass. So give me a sec. I'm trying to figure out where I put the part. There it is. Oh yes, my other shop. Yep. The other shop. Yep, Tawny Bramble is one. I think they'll be released. So the stretch goals are going to be for 2 pins each. So one of the stretch goals is for Tawny Bramble and Storm Feather. So the other Proceeds Begin siblings. I think. Actually, I might have paired Tawny and Bramble up with Moon and Morning Kit now that I think about it. Okay, let me open. Okay, hopefully my computer doesn't. Well, I'm not. It's not. I have 3 art programs open now, so just give me a sec. Excited for Leaf Squirrel. The Leaf Squirrel, I need to take pictures. I do have the Leaf Squirrel and the Jay Lion and Holly are in my possession and look exactly how I wanted them to look, so I will be we'll be taking pictures of those soon. The Strike Sleek and Juniper, I was working on the designs this morning, like finalizing the last couple. I designed a Pebble Heart, Owl Eyes, and Sparrow Fur that no one asked for except for me. But you guys are gonna have to deal with it. Okay. File new. What was my... That was my reference image. Do you have Instagram? No, I am more active on Tumblr than anywhere else. I've never had an Instagram. I do have a Twitter, but it's mainly just... I mean, I do post art and I let people know what's happening on there. I think all of it is linked in the description of this video. You asked? Yeah, here I'll show you guys. The possibilities. I do need to work on finishing up the Sleek. Here's the Pebble, Tawny, and Owl Eyes possibility. The babies. That's Falling Feather and Jackdaw's Cry. There will be 4 at the start. There will be 4 Dawn of the Clans themed pins that will be able to be unlocked. I have more ideas. If you guys happen to fund a lot, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure if all of them will get funded. I'm hoping they do, obviously. But it'll be up to you guys to decide. Okay. That's my camera save. Don't turn on sticky keys. Oh, well, I'm unemployed. No, I'm sorry. Well, hopefully everyone is satisfied with how much funding we get. I will be happy with it just getting funded for my first... Oh my gosh. Am I getting sticky key Do you guys hear my stick? Is that just me? I feel like I keep getting sticky key beeps. Anyway. I'll be happy if my first campaign gets funded. I'm not exactly sure how... Like, I'm not sure what the audience is gonna be like. So. You can't hear the beeps? I feel like I was hearing them, but they were very faint for me. I don't know, it's weird. I was using this brush to line. And then I'll do it on like a 7 maybe? Hold on, let me pull in Clip Studios. Let me just merge this really quick. And pull it in. I just realized I did the biggest no-no you do ever. Where this is my... So I actually need to expand. Okay. I did the big no-no. You always want to make sure that your smallest camera, like the most zoomed in camera, is the 1080. Otherwise, you're going to get a layout that's too small and you're going to get... It's not going to be HD enough. Okay. How do I decide where to place the grass tufts? I'm like these guys? I want them... My main thing right now is... I'm actually going to delete all of these, but... I think what I'm going to do is mainly have them on the grid that I've already got established. And then I also want them to be pointing towards Leafpool. Because you're going to be looking at her. Sorry, I'm seeing where it goes in Clip Studio. So I want them to be mostly facing her. And then I think I'm going to do the lines to kind of follow the grid. He burnt my Shake! And then I want to vary up the amount of grass blades that each kind of little bundle has, because otherwise it starts to look weird. I mean, it's already going to look very uniform because I'm going to have most of them like relatively pointing into the center. But I don't want it to look procedurally generated or whatever. And then I'll make this bottom part 7. Also, I'm not going to do too much more detail. I guess, what do I do for this? Yeah, it's just a bunch of grass. There is like a pebble or two, so I guess I can add a pebble or two. And then I don't really want to do any line art in the middle because she's going to be walking there. So I don't want to like put a random grass blade that she might clip through. And also I feel like her drop shadow that she's going to have, I'm just going to put it in After Effects. It's going to be kind of simple and I don't really think, I guess it doesn't really matter. And then I have it so that let's see. I just want to make sure that the background line art is about the same as her line art. Dude, my grass blades, they just be looking like, straight up Wirecut animated now. I don't know how to draw grass blades any other way. I lost the ability. The caffeine has finally brought me enough not to be falling asleep standing up. That does not... well, I'm glad you're not falling asleep standing up. I'm sorry to hear that you need caffeine to not feel that way. But I am also a caffeineaholic, so I understand. Hit through winds. You're just super tired? It is a Tuesday. Although Tuesdays aren't supposed to be as bad as Mondays. I hope you feel better. Hey, Hollyleaf. Don't think that this part is going to be seen. And then I'm going to switch down to 7 pixels. Little grass bladies. Honestly, I was thinking about not lining this part, but I lined the earlier layout's grass, so we are lining it. But that's it. And then I will take the grass from here. I'm going to just stick it up there. Let me make another artboard. And then move that over. There we go. Got 6 headshots and 2 shaded full body commissions. I entered as payment for a raffle. Showing them to people gives me so much joy. It is very nice when somebody commissions you to draw something and then you draw it for them and the person really likes it. It is very rewarding. I want my Nifty brush pack. Thank you. Do you guys have any goals for Art Fight this year? Do something better than you did last year? Are you focusing on a certain type of art that you want to try to do more of? A certain type of like creature? Are you gonna maybe focus more on drawing dragons or something? Do more attacks than last year? More animated headshots. Want to try to get at least 25 pieces done. Trackless traditional. So draw all the characters I saved. I feel like those are pretty good. I feel like doing more fights than you did last year. I feel like as long as you didn't do that many, but you can't keep that up all the time. So just be careful. You don't want to hurt yourself. My goal would be able to express different personalities and different OCs. That's a fun one. I don't know what I would do. I feel like I would try to get used to drawing something that I'm not very confident in drawing or something. Like, I don't know. Want to build confidence in drawing the OCs of artists I like. I feel like I would love to try to get confident in like drawing dragons or like people. Do I like Wings of Fire? I do. What about mechs? Yeah, I would like to learn how to draw mechs. That'd be kind of fun. I feel like they're probably very satisfying to draw. When you put your character on Art Fight, do you specifically pick characters that you think would be easier for people to draw? Do you think about that? Like, or do you put complicated characters on there? I guess. I'd be interested to know. Both simple and complex. I feel like I would just put my character on there. Why not? It's the person can pick who they draw, right? So it's like no one is obligated to draw your guy. Just throw my OCs up. Do both. I put my favorite little guys there. Yeah. Chose a few favorites. Just put whatever character I want art of. I feel like that's pretty fair. You don't have refs? You still got time. You got 22 days. I know because that's how many days I have for my Kickstarter. You don't need to think, you need to think of which characters you want to put time into setting up a profile. Well, do you have to set up a profile? I feel like you might, I mean, if you want people to like explore the design, I feel like maybe only having one picture would be like, feel free to explore or whatever. Would be fine. When you draw a character on Art Fight, has anyone ever given you like that's great, but you drew this wrong? Oh my god, I feel like... Ugh. I feel like that had to have happened to somebody. Fortunately, no. You would crash out internally? I feel like I would too. So I'm glad it hasn't happened. I'd be like, bro, you're getting free art. Why are you complaining? Your lobster's too buttery. Is this my first MAPart? No. It is not. I've done a couple. If the artist made even a major mistake, I never say anything. Yeah. I mean, I'm one of those people that when I commission somebody, if they mess up the character, I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, thanks. My friend accidentally drew a character that the owner specifically requested not to draw with other characters. Did they say something? I've been Art Fight for 6 years. And I know I definitely drew things wrong and no one has ever said anything and they were all really sweet and kind. I'm glad. Because Art Fight seems like a very pure, artistic, fun competition. So I'm glad that no one has any bad experiences from it. My friend had to redraw the drawing. I mean, I would have just deleted it and not drew it. Like, I wouldn't have drawn them anything else. I'd be like, oh, okay. And then I'd be like, I hope you forget that you ever interacted with me ever. And then, you just, like, I'm wiping this interaction from your memory. because I'm so embarrassed. Hey, Holly. The worst interaction is someone doesn't respond. Yeah, I've heard that. That's pretty bad. I mean, I feel like that's the least you can do, right? Because you're probably checking your profile for art attacks. So why wouldn't you? But then I also heard that you can only reply like every 5 minutes on Art Fight, which is insane. Like you can only post a comment like every 5 minutes. Like at least let me solve a I'm not a robot captcha so I can do it like more. I suppose. Sometimes get a little salty if I draw someone's character and they never comment or acknowledge, but it's all for fun, so it doesn't ruin the experience. I don't know. I feel like that's literally the least you can do is say, hey, thanks so much for drawing my character. I love the way you drew them. That's like the least you can do. Somehow I didn't see it. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I've never done Art Fight, so I have no idea. But yeah, I would imagine that most people act in good faith, and if they didn't reply, if they didn't see it, then if they didn't comment, they probably didn't see it. I would say, because that's usually what happens to me. I think I have had people like draw my apple and I just didn't see it. Do I play Warrior Cat Ultimate Edition? No. Never played Roblox. I would attack smaller artists. They definitely deserve it. I usually just use Art Fight to collect all my friends' OCs and then just attack them in their Discord DMs. Why don't I do Art Fight? I just never have, and not really. Yes, I am also busy, but I'm also don't think that I would be able to keep up with. Yeah. I mean, nowadays I'm just way too busy. I got a bunch of stuff I have to do in July. When you're not, like, I understand it when you're, like, in college and high school and stuff, where you're more structured and you've got, like, the summer off and you're not really doing much, but I'm just gonna be, I don't know. It seems overwhelming. I would feel bad not attacking everybody back, and I don't think I could keep up with the demand. of people attacking me, and I'd feel overwhelmed, and I don't really have that many OCs. I kind of just draw warrior cats, so... Honestly, if you... Do you want my real, like, opinion, Pineapple? I think that it's good that... It's a bit rude. I personally think it's a bit rude to ask for somebody to fix something on a free piece of art that they did out of the funness of their heart. It's good that you put it on your page, like, hey, I might ask you to fix something, but it is, I think, genuinely considered bad manners. But yes, I've never done art fights, so I just never... Let's see, when art fights started, its 10-year anniversary is this year, so when it started, it was... I was already out of high school and kind of in college, so I guess... How long am I doing specifically MAParts? My first one was in 2014, but I'm not sure how to math right now. I'm going into the rendering my background full in Ks. There is so much grass here. We're like grassing it up. Too much grass? I don't think there's such a thing. We are simply touching grass, as one does. And they're fine Tuesdays afternoons. I think I'm gonna push the lighting out a little bit more. This is the boring layout. The only grass layout. This is my least, I'm not gonna say this is my least favorite to paint, but it's pretty darn close. Not really, actually. That's kind of a lie. I do quite like painting grass. Oh, nature, there's nothing that you could do that makes me hate you. Nature makes you sneeze. That's fair. I still think you should try to enjoy it, though. Maybe with some aloe vera. I kind of block in the colors, and then I'll come back with one of my smoother brushes and blend the edges a little bit. This is not the MAPart, but I do want to do some more simple backgrounds. I did simple backgrounds for a couple of parts. More stylized, I think. I didn't do any X-blades on this one. There's one in the first shot. Dun, da, da, da. I can't put them in every shot. Then it'd be too obvious. My X-blade propaganda. "91 people are here watching me paint grass." You guys, it's like watching paint dry, isn't it? Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know why you guys watch. Sometimes. You guys surprise me. Drawing interacting characters. Oh, you could do that. So is Artfight, you could use Artfight to like try to draw more more like character interactions. I feel like I'd like to use Artfight maybe to even draw like different types of backgrounds. I'd love to like draw somebody in a room or something. Oh, that'd be really fun to use Artfight and then like come up with a bedroom for the character. Oh, that'd be super fun. Yeah, you can, but I don't think we can link Artfight profiles, so you'll just have to like ask for usernames. But I don't mind people sharing their Artfights. It's boring, but at the same time interesting. Well, I kind of go into like a haze when I'm doing like cleaning up a background like this, so I'm actually a lot more, well, it doesn't take as much brain power for me because I'm super used to cleaning up backgrounds, so I can pay attention to you guys a bit more. But yeah, I don't think YouTube lets you post links, unfortunately. And I don't want to have a Discord server, so... Okay, now what I'm going to do is... Which brush do I want? This one? No. this one? I like that one. We'll blend in the edges a little bit. Do I want that one? Maybe not. Not that one. I like that one. And then I go on like 11 by 11 average, and then I kind of just, you know, get some of this in. I don't really think it needs it that much in a lot of this area. Maybe this one? I don't like how straight edged that is. I like this one. I'm gonna follow all of you guys on Art Fight after this. I'm gonna go to my VOD and I'm gonna see all your guys as well. I do have an Art Fight profile, but I never joined the team, so you guys can't Art Fight me. I'm simply there to lurk. Evilly. I kind of do a little bit of glow on the light. I move it down. Clean up some of the blades. I also just lurk. Fellow lurker. I am shaking your hand. I've definitely had... Wait, are you not allowed to have, like... I feel... Okay, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm probably gonna say something that's gonna upset a lot of you. I'm probably gonna say this. But... Is it really, like, that frowned upon to just, like, put your warrior cat design on your art fight so that people draw it? I mean, I feel like there's a gray area there where it's like, it's your design, right? ... No one really cares. That's what I was feeling like. I'm like, people don't really care. Why would it be wrong to do that? I don't know. I feel like some people would be like, I feel like we should only be putting our own original characters on there, and we shouldn't be wanting to get artwork for characters that are not owned 100% by us. If it's your own design. Yeah. I don't know. Why not? There, I'll get the grass blade, the cross blade. Xenoblade Chronicles, anyone? Didn't Xenoblade Chronicles get news today? Crazy. No Professor Layton at the Direct. Guess I'll go hide in my hole again. If they get mad, just tell them it's a forest cat. Yeah, I mean... I feel like specifically with warriors... I don't know. There's so many people that do AUs and stuff, and I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm glad to hear that it wasn't an unpopular opinion. Because I feel like that... I don't know. It feels like it could be a little, controversial. I'm not sure why. Ginger Snaps has their long tail on there. Fair enough. I am completely on board with that. I'm just cleaning up the edges a bit more. I'm just gonna call this done afterward. I mean, Leafpool's taking up the majority of the screen. I mean, she is pretty zoomed out there. She's actually only taking up about I would say like 25%, which is kind of crazy. I'm gonna follow the heck out of you. I will be living vicariously through all of you guys doing art fight for me. Don't disappoint me. Hey, Dia. We're doing pretty good. Working on the backgrounds for this map. I think I'm gonna do a couple of little dapples of light. Hitting the ground. I just finished the animation and the coloring for this shot 2. So now I'm working on the layout for it, or the background. And then we just have 2 more shots to finish. So we're Well, I do still have to finish cleaning up this first one just a little bit around the edges. Maybe? No, I think I have to finish cleaning up this back. And then we'll be officially halfway done. Guys, I don't know, but I'm looking at the map. I'm looking at the map Discord, and I might be the first person finished. Do you know how long it's been since I've been able to say that? That I'm the first person to finish? I don't even know if I've ever been the first person to finish. We'll see, we'll see. But I'm kind of like non-stop Hamilton sound. Why do I draw like I'm running out of time? Draw all day and night like it's going out of style. You'll give me a bunch of clapping emojis. I'm not like planning on being the first person done, but there is no one in the finished parts Discord yet. I'm just saying. But once I finish this part, then I'll offer myself up to help others, so we won't be finished with the map. Once I join the map, I'm like, I'm taking you down with me. We're finishing this together. Yeah, I did the roughs in Animate, and then I cleaned them up in Clip Studio. Yes. I'll show you. Give me a sec. I'm almost done with this one. I can do some, like, awesome light shafts and stuff. I don't know. Maybe not. Not sure yet. You can do some awesome light shafts. When she's walking. She be walking. She'll be looking like this somewhat. Man, I have to figure out how to make her blue. Dabba-dee dabba-die. Alrighty. Saving. Give me a sec. We're saving this as shot 2 background version 1. It's got no... Okay, delete the artboard. Label this as like light ref. Make that normal. Just brighten it up because that's just for me. Camera in, camera safe. That's the character guide. So we are going to put these in a guidelines folder so that I know that this can be deleted once I go into After Effects and get the camera down. This is the lines. This is all of the paint. And then I'll delete the artboard because we don't need the artboard. Oops. Hold on. It's doing the thing again. Whatever, man. We'll just keep the artboard. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, I gotta finish this one. Switching over. What time is it? It's 5:30. Oh, wow. I actually timed it really good today. Yes, we finished this animation. I didn't color the whole thing. Did you guys notice that? Were you guys yelling at me? Quiz? It might just be... I think we earned a freaking quiz today. Y'all. Hold on, let me... I don't know how to do any sort of, like, camera crap in Clip Studio, so we're just gonna stick the background right on top. It becomes autumn for one frame. Pretend that the background is moving. It'll move. Wait, hold on. I'll make it bigger. Yeah, pretend the background's moving. Woo, the background, it's moving. Oh, it looks so good. He's walking on that invisible treadmill. Oh. I like how you specifically mentioned the back markings, which I like totally I had no idea what I was doing. So I'm glad that it at least comes across as I knew what I was doing, because I had no idea what I was doing, and I was like, whatever, man. And then this is what the first shot looks like. This is all pre-comp, by the way, so that's why everything looks like it's just on top of everything, because it is. I'll make it look all nice and pretty when it goes into After Effects. It's not going to be parallaxed. This shot will be semi-parallax, I think, because I think I'm going to have the foreground move slightly faster than the background on it. But parallaxing is the camera movement that's going to be in this shot specifically it's just a simple zoom out, pan down. It's going to mimic... I don't have any parallax set up. If I did that, I would have to have these as layers. I know how to do that, but I really don't think that this shot is long enough to, like, warrant any fancy camera movements like that. I think it's just gonna look fine. It's only second... It's, like, a 1 3/4 seconds long. So, it can just be, regular. Hi, Dreamy. Oh, here's my... okay, here's the first shot's progress. Here's the first shot's progress. Dreamy's the host, so we're gonna show it again. I am what? I am what? I am what? That's what this one is saying. And then we cleaned up and colored the background for this shot today. This one says, I am cuz, I am cuz, I am cuz. Yeah. I've set up a couple parallax layouts in my days. My neglected space part where he's running through the tunnel is completely parallaxed. Yeah. So now, I think everything is finished for this shot, other than, like, putting it in After Effects and making it look pretty. This shot, I still need to clean up the background painting because it needs a little bit more. It's rough. And then it can go into After Effects. And then once I finish this background, we will be halfway done with the part because there'll be 2 shots left. But these are the 2 shots that had the most amount of like complex animation in them. That is my goat moth light. Oh, if none of you guys have seen the full part, I will show you. So the full part, is this. So we got this part done. So this is the next part. So Leafpool's just coming up. There's like a slight camera movement. I do want to animate the grass here, so we're gonna have to line that. And then she's yelling at Mothlight. Mothlight will probably squint down in this shot. Like, she'll probably have some brief camera movement. I would say she's gonna have animation akin to like what Squirrelflight had in the first one. And then we get this, and these I want their hair to like be blowing in the wind, which will start blowing in this shot with the grass. And I'll probably, yeah, I guess I'll start blowing. I guess I want her maybe at the end when she actually gets up to confront her, the wind will pick up. And then it'll be like this. And then this is just the stare off of the century. So yes, we finished this part. We finished animating this part. Gotta do this part next. And then we'll do this part. Oh yeah! Yeah, this shot, I think it'll turn out really good. I thought it was a little bit too flat the first time I boarded it, so I pushed the camera down to make it more of a up shot to make it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me drawing wise today. I think we'll do a quiz and then I'll probably hit the road. I gotta work on some other stuff that I can't stream today. I'm sorry. Yeah, the moon's between them. Yeah, that third shot will probably be the thumbnail of the video when it's done. Like my MAPart thumbnail. Leafpool stomps Mothlight. You know I had to do it to him. The money shot. What the heck? Sporkle has to verify my device now? Are there that many bots on sporkle.com? When's the next? We'll probably work on it on Thursday, I would say. I'm having fun. Also, we'll probably like do the roughs. It doesn't matter, Agnolia. No one's gonna care that much about it. As somebody that does layouts, you don't keep track. The moon is there to frame and give a light source at night. Also, it's yeah, it's just like no one's gonna really care. Okay, what kind of quiz do we want to do today, guys? Be a cost cut. Squirrel Fights Hope quiz? So you guys hate me. You're not going to be noticing it in the last part. I mean... fine, we'll do the Squirrel Flight Taupe quiz. His tail, yeah, he always aura forms with his tail. Honestly, I think I drew the moon on its own layer on this one, did I? I did. Sort of. Not really. Nah. No, I don't. It doesn't matter. It's Star Clan. They can have the moon in every shot. The moon's used as a framing device. Okay. Where's the Warrior Cat books, like, the most mentioned? Where is it? Which quiz is it under? Warrior Cats by Arc, I think? Yeah. Warrior Cats number of mentions, Squirrel Flight's Hope. Oh my gosh. There's 152 cats that are mentioned. I have only read this book once, so y'all are gonna have to really step up. 5 moons for 5 clans. 5, they should have 4 moons, and each of them should be, like, a quarterly, so that one of them's always full, one of them's always half, one of them, like, you know? Or almost full, you know? Okay. Number of mentions, Squirrel Flight's Hope. Can you guys see? Am I blocking it? Here. Let me turn off my PNG tuber. Okay. Squirrel Flight. Can y'all see? Do I need to zoom in? Okay. State Farm. Oh, okay. Honey Fur. Tiger Star is there. Bramble Star is there. Leafpool is there. Leaf Shade. Leaf Star. Any other leaves we should know about? Leaf Tail. Bramble Star we got. Flicker Kit. Oh yeah, that's Scene. Lark Song. Flame Kit. Finch Kit. Ugh, Spark Pelt. Leafpool we got. Moth's Flight. She's only mentioned 13 times, by the way. Juniper Kit. Dandelion Kit. Oh yeah, she sees them in StarClan, right? With Holly Leaf and like Asher's there. It's crazy. Moss Kit. Oh my gosh, Moss Kit is mentioned. Mouse Fur, Darktail, Myrtle Bloom. I think it's Myrtle. Oh, Myrtle Kit and Bay Kit. Myrtle Paw? Myrtle Kit? Bay Kit? Bay Paw? No. Bay Shine? No. Mouse Fur, Longtail, Dust Pelt I think is there. Yeah, we're naming all the cats that are mentioned in the books. But they also, they have to be mentioned, so... Snow Fur. Snow Fur and Blue Star. Did we get Blue Star? Tall Star is there. Little Cloud's the bus driver. Crooked Star is the bus driver. Yellow Fang is there. Moonlight. Oh yes, the sisters are here. Ay, ay, ay. Fern Cloud. Strikestone is there. Him and Stonewing get got by like Flurry and Hawk or something. Jayfeather, Alderheart, Lion Blaze, probably. Ocartus mentioned. Dovewing. Ivy Pool. Tree, Moon, Leaf, Squirrel. We've gotten all of them. Yes, we have Tree. You can stop saying Tree. Okay. Hold on. Dreamy! I need you to be a mod. Tempest, Moonlight, Snow, 1 star. Okay, that's it. No, we're not doing this. No, we're doing it for a whole 24 hours. I'm about to end stream. Jesus. Scourge. Oh god, what even happens in this book? Who are the leaders that we're missing? Misty Star and Hair Star are the other leaders. Midnight, is she mentioned? I got Tree! Rootkit and Violet Kit are mentioned. No, Violet Shine. Rootkit and Needle Kit. Needle Tail? No. Crow Feather? 1 star? I think we got 1 star. Hawkwing. Okay, yeah, the deputies. Cloverfoot. Juniper Claw might be mentioned. Sleek Whisker. No. Twig Branch and Finleaf. Watching a 2-hour analysis about the Wreck-It Ralph movie, that sounds like something I would do. So you're fine. Streak Stream. Is it Creek, the other guy that's in? Greywing, is he mentioned? No. Skystar? No. Shadow Kit. Shadow Paw? No, they're apprentices at this point. So Shadow Paw, Light Paw, Pounce Paw. We got Darktail. Thunderstar. Cloverfoot. Is she deputy yet? Berryheart. Sunbeam. Sun Kit. Sun Paw. No. Sleek Whisker, I tried. She didn't show up. Bella Leaf. Harry Brook. Oh, goodness. Freckle Wish and Fidget Flake. Let's get the medicine cats. And Puddle Shine. Mothwing. Willow Shine is still alive. Kestrel Flight. Bee-Nose? No. Curl Feather? No. Ravenpaw? No. Barley? No. Light Leap? No. Sandstorm and Briarlight is mentioned in that god-awful scene. Mouse Whisker? Daisy? Smokey? No. No and no. Sunrise? Sunshine? Snowbird, Scorch Fur, Grassheart. We were talking about Grassheart. Is Rowan Star mentioned? Probably. Did we get Tawny Pelt? Sandstorm we got. What about Stormfur, Feathertail? Maybe she's talking about the Great Kite Paw. I think it's Kite Kit, right? Kite Kit and Turtle Kit. Twig Branch. I think I got her. Yes. What about Sorrel Stripe? She's the one in the nursery. Lilyheart. Ragged Star? No. Blade? Yes. Cloudtail. Brightheart. Cinderpelt? Yes. Ashfur we got. Pine Nose? No. Berryheart? No. Or we already got her. Sparrow? Oh, Furs? Sparrow, Flurry, Tempest. Did we get Tempest? Okay. Rootkit and Needlekit we got. I think we have all of the... We need Reed Whisker. Icewing? No. Gray Stripe? Oh yeah, Gray Stripe's still around. Is Millie still around? Yes. Storm Cloud. Brackenfur, Thornclaw. Bumble Stripe is still here. Blossomfall, Berry Nose is still around. Sorreltail? Yes. Shrewpaw? Spiderleg? No. Whitewing, Birchfall... Blossomfall I got. Harry Brook I think I got. There's a couple of one mentioned. So Purdy, is he mentioned? Okay. Redtail, Silverstream, might as well try it. Princess, Leopard Star maybe? No. None of those. Hollykit? No. Swiftpaw? No. Lilyheart? Yeah. Rose Petal. Oh yeah, she's still around. Toadstep's not. Amber Moon. Amber Moon dies in this book, right? Dewnose and Snowbush. Is Seedpaw mentioned? No. Black Star? We either got him or he's not mentioned. Cedar Star? So when Squirrelflight's in Star Clan, she's like in camp with a bunch of cats. Like Fern Cloud, maybe? Sorreltail we got. Plumstone, Eagle Wing, Shellfur, Stemleaf, Stempaw, Jessie? No. Crooked Star? We got Crooked Star. Maple Shade, maybe? No. She is always there. Holly Tuft. So what about Fern Song? Okay. What about like Bristle Kit, Bristle Paw, Flip Paw, and Thrift Paw? What about Spot Fur? Spot Paw? Fly Whisker? Snap Tooth? How come they are... How could they not be mentioned? Snap Paw? Snap Kit? How could they not be mentioned? They are literally her kin. Thorn Claw. We tried Silverstream and we tried Feathertail. What about Stone Teller? I can't remember what happens in this stupid book except for they do spend a lot of time in Shadow Clans, so I feel, or in Sky Clans like territory. I feel like there's probably like Nettle Splash, Plum Willow, Sandy Nose, Dew Spring, Reed Claw, Owl Nose, maybe Gravel Nose, Gravel Paw, Birch Fall, Nectar Song. I can't remember who I drew for this book that was like Pebble Shine, maybe? No. Fallow Fern, MacGyver, Longtail, Hawk Frost. I feel like Hawk Frost should have been mentioned. This is crazy. J-Claw, what about like Splash Kit, Dusk Furred? Moss Pelt likes to be mentioned. No, apparently not. Violet Shine? Yeah, we got Violet Shine. What about like Pale Sky, Fringe Whisker? Did we get Nectar Song? Yeah. Moss Pelt never... Sunny Pelt. What about like Sunny Paw? Whirl Pelt? Flower Stem? Snake Tooth? Whisker Nose? No, he's like never mentioned ever. The first time he's been mentioned in like the longest time was the last Changing Skies book. We're still missing one person in between Stone and Bumblestripe. That's probably gonna piss us off. Quail Feather, Pale, yeah, we have Pale Sky. I think we have all of them. What about like Mint Fur, Sage Nose? They're still all alive. It's probably a ThunderClan cat that we're missing because there's so many stupid ThunderClan cats. Is Tail still around? No. And we have Stormcloud, right? Yeah. We got Honeyfur, Lark Song, Breeze Pelt? Oh, you're right. Heathertail, maybe. Fly Whisker? We tried Fly Whisker. None of them over here. Fly Kit, Fly Paw, Fly Whisker. What else? Cinderheart. Okay. Once? Cinderheart's mentioned once? She's a ThunderClan cat. Amber Moon dies in this book, doesn't she? How is she only mentioned twice? This is crazy. I'm like Strikestone's mentioned 8 freaking times. Like, more than... I think I tried Skystar, Windstar. I think I tried all of the leaders. Because they do like to show up. Especially Spotted Leaf. No, she's not there. Yellowfang? Did we get Yellowfang? Yeah. Rock? Little Cloud? We got Little Cloud. What about like Runny Nose? Is he there? Acorn Fur? Sorry. Micah? Does Mothlight mention Micah? No. Darkstripe. Mudclaw? No. Yeah, Ragged Star must be mentioned with Broken Star, right? No. We got Tiger Star. Tawny Pelt. What about like Dawn Pelt? Ugh. What about like Soot Fur and Rain Whisker? No. Mothwing and Willowshine. I think I typed in all the medicine cats, all of the deputies, and all of the leaders. I think we're good on them. Crowfrost? No, he's not. He's dead by this point. But I like Oak Fur. Ratscar, I think, is still around. Flametail. Yeah. Bella Leaf. I got her. Running Wind? You think so? No. White Kit? White Wing? Soul? Flametail? No. This sucks. This sucks. Okay. There's still cats that are born. How? Okay. We need to, like, go through Sneeze Cloud, Pod Light, Mallow Nose, Minnow Tail, Bracken Pelt, Lizard tail. Is anyone mentioned to have gotten their warrior cat names at a gathering? Gorseclaw? Gorsepaw? Is Hairlight mentioned to get his warrior name? Hairpaw? Is Splash Kit there? No. Cherryfall and Mole Whisker? Yes. I always forget about them. Spotfur. I tried Spotfur. I think I tried Spot Paw and Spot Kit. Cinnamon Tail? Oh, yeah. Blaze Fire? Blaze Paw? Antfur? What else? Slate Fur? Flax Paw? Hop Paw? Spire Paw? Hollow Paw? Gull Swoop? Gull Paw? Sorrel Tail? Emberfoot, Sedge Whisker. They do like doing Sedge Whisker. Does Whitetail die? Okay, Whitetail, I think it's still alive. I think she dies after this book. Badger Fang, no. Feathertail, I tried. Spiderleg, I tried. Haven Pelt, I tried. I have MacGyver. Icewing. Who else? Is Mintfur still around? Frond Whisker. Frond Paw. Poppy Frost. Okay, that's a good one. What about, like, Honey Fern? Hazeltail, we got. Birchfall, Mouse Whisker, Twig Branch, we got. Oh, jeez. Okay, who's the... Needletail? I think I tried her. It's from Squirrelflight's point of view, so... Berry Nose? We got Juniper Claw and... Or Juniper Kit and Dandy Kit, and we got all of her kits. White Storm? Yes, actually. White Storm is one. Turtletail? Eagle Wing? Frostpaw's not around yet. Shimmer Pelt? Oh. Well, don't mind if I do. Did we get Bracken Pelt? Yeah. Flip Claw? I got Flip Paw. And we got Finleap, right? Yeah. Hollyleaf? I do believe we have Hollyleaf. We've got all the characters from this side. We're missing the one underneath Strikestone. Lionheart? Nope. We're missing the one underneath Strikestone and Longtail. Hailstar and Willow Breeze? Nope. Leopardfoot? Nope. Blossom Heart, Cloud Mist. Did we get Rabbit Leap and Nettle Splash? Sparrow Pelt and Cherry Tail. Sharp Claw. Wasp Whisker. Cloud Mist. Firestar. Of course I got Firestar. What do you take me for? I can't imagine any of those cats. I mean, they... Yeah, we got Brackenfur. We got Dust Pelt. We got Thornclaw. Tiny Cloud? Pigeon Foot. Quail Feather. Plum Willow. Night Cloud. My golden... Oh! Hi, Night Cloud. Okay. There's Smoke Haze, there's Brindlewing, there's Larkwing, Feather Pelt, Fern Stripe. I just realized that we have, like, no Wind Clan cats. Hoot Whisker, Crouchfoot, Slightfoot. Okay, now we've got these two columns done. Now we're just missing the ones that are only mentioned, like, very, very briefly. Harvey Moon? The Golden Paw sketch sheet? Yes, you can. Give me a second. Sparrowtail? Yep. Owl Whisker? I don't think he's around anymore. I think the only owl around the clans right now is Owl Nose. Did we try Curl Feather? Yeah, we did. Yarrow Leaf? Oh, I don't think we have Yarrow Leaf. That's a good call. We're still missing the one between Hoot Whisker and Cinnamon Tail. See, I don't know if you guys want Breeze Heart, Breeze Paw, Night Sky, Night Paw, Frog Kit, Fog Kit. Sunstar? No. Leaf, Squirrel, and Moon are mentioned when they die. How is Shadowpaw only mentioned once? That's crazy work. Gorsetail? Oh, Gorsetail was somewhere. She was up here somewhere. Okay, now we're just mentioning... Do you guys want to sit here for another 2 minutes and think about other ones? Or not? Goosefeather? Oh, do you guys want to give up? Root Spring's mentor is Dew Spring. Well, I also tried Breeze Dew. Yeah, I got Dew Spring, and I got Reed Claw. I got Sandy Nose and Hawkwing. Fire Fern. Dustpelt. Jack. Oh, yeah. What about Root? No, Jack, you're right, Nightmare. Is there any other cat? Oh, God. We got Blade. We got Jack. We got... Never give up. Plumstone. I don't think that they're... I'm trying to remember. Sweetums is from Ivypool's Heart. Bay Shine? I got Bay... I tried all of Bay. Like Bay Paw, Bay Shine, Bay Kit. I don't think that they're born. Is this the lips of cats that died? No. Susan? No. No, Jack isn't Tree's father. Jack is Leaf, Squirrel, and Moon's father. Root is Tree's father. Jack is Moonlight's next mate afterward. I got Thriftpaw. Alderheart. You think Alderheart is only mentioned once? Come on. This is a one... This character is mentioned one time in the entire book. None of the... Well, I guess Cinderheart is right there. I wouldn't have guessed that. Cricket? No. Haze? No. Haze is from, Ice. Oh, you think it might be a... You think it might be like Snow, Sunrise, Tempest, Flurry, Hawk, Swallow, Sparrow? I don't know who it is. It's gonna be somebody crazy. Are you guys ready for it? Dude, I didn't even realize that she was still alive. I always forget when she died. I think she just dies in between books. I think she dies in between... The Broken Code and the Vision of Shadows. Petalfur, actually, is one of the RiverClan cats that goes on the journey to unstuck the beaver dam in The Fourth Apprentice. FYI. Here is the Golden Paw sketch page. I didn't get that far. I couldn't really figure out exactly what I wanted to do with him. I think I tried I think Petal knows. No, she doesn't die in Shattered Sky. She's one of the, actually, I think you're right. I think she does die in Shattered Sky, because I think she's one of the ones that dies in the, first battle in that book. Why'd I X this one out? I think I X'd this one out because he looked too much like Morning Kit. And then I remember this one, I was like, he looks too put together. Like, he doesn't look like a dork enough. Like, I could see this being his, like, warrior pick. But he gotta have that. What is it? What's the hairstyle that all of the kids have? The low taper fade or whatever with the fuzzy on top. I feel like he's a super gen, whatever, iPad baby. You mean he lives that long? Well, that's also the thing, right? Is that with Warrior Cat's designs, it's always a balancing game because I don't know when this... Yeah, see, I did give him the little fuzzy. The broccoli cut. Yeah, I feel like he needs the broccoli cut. Hold on. If I type in broccoli, the broccoli haircut. Is that really gonna be like... Yeah, this is the exact haircut I expect him to have. Look at him, he thinks he's so cool with his stupid broccoli haircut. Anyway. Photoshop it on. I mean, obviously that's what I was going for with something like this, where he just has like the puff of hair on his head. And then I remember when I was drawing this one in particular, this was actually her future mate. That's what what was in my mind when I was sketching that. This is him going, wow, you're so powerful. Oh my gosh, I wish I could be your inspiration, Moonpaw. Anyway, you guys, that's gonna be it for me today. I have pizza with my name on it waiting for me, so I'm gonna go eat some pizza. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. We will be back again on Thursday. Actually, let me... well, somebody... No, I'm probably going to open up some commissions on Thursday for Sunday stream, but not today. But thank you guys so much for watching. We will be working more on this part and maybe something else, depending on how much I can get done off stream in between Tuesday and Thursday. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching and keeping me company, and I will see you guys all later. Bye-bye!